Greetings, denizens of the internet, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series of Sky Factory 3. I am your host and resident derp, Gadawon. And boy, wasn't that story a bit of a trip. I don't know what happened to the portal. I don't know where we are. Seems we're on a floating island. I just wanted to go for a bit of fishing. Alright, enough of the role playing. This is Sky Factory 3. I've set up a server so I can do things later on that are server related. Also, yeah, there might be some room for someone to join me if I get a chance to have maybe some guest players. Having a server always helps. As you can see, I did make a custom platform, a little bit for the intro, a little bit for the actual server purposes. Let's get our HUD back up. We've gotten all the things that we typically get, that's good. Let's put this down in here. And as you can see, on a server, you've got a command to make your own island. So I've set the settings up, makes at least 10,000 blocks between islands, so let's get right into it. And here we are. Also, I did stop the daylight cycle for the intro and the beginning, so let's just get that happening. Alright, the day is progressing, let's get right into it. I have made a couple of changes to the mod pack. I have disabled loot bag system, and I have installed another mod, craft tweaking. So that will get us, yeah, it just makes things a bit easier when you're crafting things up. So let's start off with some crooks, because well, we already have a sapling, but typically you don't always get it straight away. If you have some crooks to start with, it really increases your chances straight up. So always good to start with crooks as soon as you can. I like to work from the outside in, so that outer leaf blocks don't despawn. Lost that one, that doesn't matter. Right, we've got 3, so that's quite good. Let's continue on down. Now, one of the things about playing on the server, I'm not sure in the single player mode, but in server mode, the command that creates the islands for you, you'll see over here, the Y level is actually level 58, and that's below sea level. You get bats spawning in any dark spaces and stuff like that, apart from mobs, and I prefer to not have that. So I'm going to be building up, and I'd like to actually have, you know, a nice build. I usually just play with oh, I hate that. I usually just play with, you know, random platforms built as needed. but for this series I'm going to try to make something nice, keep it neat, organized. Good luck. I am planning to have this island be just a starter base. I do plan to build a final base when we get to the point in time when we have to fly, and one of the achievements in the achievement book is to build something 1,000 blocks away from the original island. So my intention is to, get started here. Once we get the ability to fly and start building a base somewhere else, then we will fly out 1,000 blocks or more and start building on a new base out there. So and already we have some silkworms, so that's awesome. And the object of the game, of course, is to build up and get all the resources that are technically available in the mod pack, starting with nothing but this tree and the block of dirt that you start on. Of course, really helps to get yourself a bit of a platform happening straight up. Otherwise you end up with no place to build and things falling off the edge like we saw. We need to go ahead and get ourselves, I think, an axe straight up. This is kind of slow, but it's the way it goes. And in other games, I've heard people say some of the methods, or one of the good mottos to use, is always be crafting. Typically when you're trying to level up your skills, I think in a Sky Factory you should always be growing, always have something planted and ready to go. So while you're doing work such as this, you can sort of grow in the background. Now I'm going to build sort of a semi-ellipse. I've already got some dimensions that I want to do, so I'll start trying to lay that out now. 23. It's going to be 17 by 17 in the middle, but of course it's going to be circular, so it's not going to be exactly 17 by 17 square. Another thing we should look at getting pretty quickly is some barrels, because if it does start to rain, that will help us to get some water straight up. Just enough to make the 2 barrels, so that's nice. And 2 slabs left, so maybe we'll put these out here on the edge. I'm using top slabs. I have played using the bottom slabs, helps prevent spawning. I do like the idea of the top slabs because it's just neater. On the other hand, I find that having the lower slabs in place works really well at a mob farm. You can stand on the lower slab and the mobs spawn a slab and a half, a block and a half above you, and that just makes it just the perfect height for getting to the mobs and they can't see you. So I'm going to start out with oak slabs just for this base platform, and then I'll be using full blocks to build up. Let's get another tree planted, and we'll start to expand our base a bit more. I've never done like a full size or full length sort of Let's Play series, so bear with me. I'm just trying to learn how this works. I don't know when I'll be able to cut from the camera or keep going as it is, but yeah, we'll work it out and we'll get there. Really look forward to doing like a proper Let's Play series. I had considered doing, as I previously discussed in some of my Minecraft Hardcore Challenge videos, some other mod packs, because skyblocks are done a lot. And I did check out Homestead mod pack, but I found that all the hardening the mod pack author did just made it too much of a challenge for me. I had progressed like a reasonable way, and then the mobs that spawn in the Homestead mod pack, they're pretty, I mean, not extremely tough, but things like the agile creepers, they move so fast and they've got absolutely no time. If they start to flash, they explode in like a second and a half. It's absolutely crazy. And if you're working crafting in an area and a creeper shows up next to you, because they do that in a blink of an eye, you take one step away and they've already exploded. And I've had like 5 double chests full of resources absolutely destroyed, and the grind to get those resources, I was salty. And even like I had no chests to kind of try and pick it up in. I crafted a bunch of chests and I picked stuff up, and then I crafted more chests, and I lost so much of the resources. So I decided not to stick with that. And Sky Factory has got a lot of the the newer mods that I haven't had experience with in 1.10. I've been used to playing 1.7. So I think Skyblocks are a great platform, not to make a play on words, but it's a great platform for learning a lot of the mods and how they function. And I mean, there's grind to get going and start getting your resources, but once you've got some automation set up, the ability to walk away, go off and do something else, come back, and you have the resources to do the next kind of level or tier, just makes learning mods so much more fun. And one of the reasons I am playing and doing some Let's Plays is because, well, I want to get just some sort of a reputation, some sort of a knowledge, and get into some interactive Let's Plays or just gameplay with other people who produce content. So it's not an irrelevant sort of mod pack to be playing. People are still out there doing it, and it's fun to, I think, see how other players are progressing, and maybe challenge myself or issue challenges to those other players. Potentially could be a lot of fun. So it looks like our first day is drawing to an end, and we've got a couple of barrels. How much? I've used a lot of wood up. I need one more. I would like to start getting some dirt going, so I'll leave those two out there, hopefully to catch some rain. We are in a forest biome, so that works quite nicely for me. Let's get our first dirt decomposing and get another tree happening. As I said, we're going to get this base platform set out. Once we've got our next piece of dirt, we'll get a second tree going, because you really need to get into the production of dirt. And if we have a second tree, that will speed that up, but it'll also give us the opportunity to get some silk going, and that gets us into our sieves, which of course brings us into the next sort of stage of the gameplay, sifting for resources other than trees and dirt. So let's get as much of this stuff as we can. And I still haven't made an axe, have I? So let's get that done. Just enough Okay. Chop this little guy down and get another one going. We've got some dirt. We'll get another dirt going on. So there we go. We got our 2 dirts. Let's see if we can fill this platform out a little bit more before we do work out where we're going to put our second piece of dirt. Just checking our recording time. Already 15 minutes down. No worries. This is the grind, as happens with the early stages of a skyblock, and you know, I think for the first episode, I don't mind sort of grinding away and talking to you guys. Talking about what's going to happen, possibly plans for how we're going to build the base and just things like that. Let's get some more slabs happening, and I think I will refer to my plots page because I've got like a 3D sphere generator page up, so I can work out how to do this. Now I know that it's 17 across, or 17 total, 8 each way plus the middle, and I need to build out to meet that. It's 7 wide, so 1, 1, 2, 3. So I need to take this all the way out to that full extent. Of course, have to do that 4 times. Oh, I hate that. Frustrates me. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 more. And we're going to need more wood. Okay. Mr. Tree, are you growing? Not yet. Just do a little bit of a twerky. There we go. Okay, this guy is 3, 4, 5. Oh, I found 1, 2, 3. And I think the other thing that works well with this is, even if I'm like all the way over here, it's less than 24 blocks to any point on the platform, so there should be no chances of mobs spawning, even though we don't have light everywhere. Check out F7, you can see plenty of spaces where a mob could spawn due to light issues, but we're too close. So we've got 3 on that side, only got 1 on this side, 2 more rows on this guy. Okay, and we'll check this side over here. Got 2 out, we're going to do 1 more. And we need more dirt, more wood. Let's get the main miner. No, we're almost out. Let's get another crook. Vein mine what we can, which apparently was all of it. Okay. Get another tree going. Collect our dirt. Get some more dirt going. And keep going with our platform. This 1, 2, 3 on that side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, trying to finish on this side yet, are we? 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, so there. Alright, so that's the full extent. Now we've got to just work on this rounding here. So what have we got? From here we go out to, so that's full. Same on this side. And there's one there. So that's it. That's all we have to do on each of these sides now. 1, 2. The wood. Come on, tree. You can do it. There we go. Do that. Starting to get a little bit hungry, but we don't need to eat just yet. Of course, using the ore excavator or vein miner to collect stuff like that does use up your saturation. Makes you hungry. Every time we do that, it just increases our hunger. So let's pick this guy back up. Okay, we're nearly there. Two out. Oh. 2 out on this one. Then 1 in the middle. And we've got one last corner here to do. I tell ya, sometimes I wonder how I don't die. Good thing I'm not trying to use the ore excavator. Another piece of dirt. Work at our tree for a bit. You know, be a couple of pieces short here, but no. Perfect. Alright, and let's look at our map, and you can see we got a nice circle. So that's the beginning of our platform, and that will be the lowest point. From here on up, it's going to be building up and up and up to make, you know, a hollow semi-sphere. Alright, I'm going to now, I think, put in, that's a big tree, put in our second tree spot. Get a second tree going, but I think we'll clean up this one first. Hopefully we can get it done before it grows. And we don't have enough wood to make another crook, so we just do it this way, and that's made us hungry for sure. Eat a couple of apples, pick up our saplings and clear away the wood. I do like these big trees. It's great when all you need is wood, but it can also be difficult. You know, we managed to get a third tree going too. 5, so I'll leave 5 again. And we'll get a third tree going. We've got the dirt, we've got the saplings. We need the resources, so why not? I think the only trouble with having it, you know, 5 apart like that, you can access 2 saplings at a time when you're doing the twerking, but the third one over there won't be getting any benefit, so haven't accomplished a huge amount. It has been all on camera, and we've made a necessary start to a nice clean build and some resources that we need to get going, and it looks like we're bound to have some nice big trees. Alright, so I think you know, we're pretty close. Pretty close. I think this will do me for the episode. Get some silkworms going on these trees and get them infesting. This big guy is going to give us lots. Yeah. Alright, so I think that'll do us. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a bit of a slow start, but that's what you get on a skyblock. And as I said, we've got our base platform happening. From here, the only way we can go is up. Literally. Alright guys, take care and see you in the next episode, where we will start to harvest our infested leaves and get some string so we can make a sieve and start getting resources from our dirt. Until then, take care.